Next lesson is about adjustment layers. So what are adjustment layers actually? So adjustment layers are very common in suppose Photoshop. Okay, mostly there we use adjustment layers. So by this name easily we'll understand. By adding the adjustment layer, you can adjust that layer effects, the layer suppose like any colors for color correction mostly we use, right? So particularly on adjustment layer, if you apply any effects and colors and all, so that will apply to the below layers. So let us understand more clearly what is adjustment layer, right? So an adjustment layer in After Effects is a transparent invisible layer that applies effects and color grading to all the layers below it. Okay. So over on the adjustment layer, if you place other layers, suppose video layers or any layers, right, and you can apply effect to the adjustment layer, automatically that effect will apply below the layers. It is a powerful tool for applying the same effect to multiple clips. Suppose the same effect, if you want to apply to all the clips, no need to apply for all the clips. Over on that, place one adjustment layer, automatically it will apply to the below layers. So without having to copy and paste it onto each one individually, right? We use one, create it by going to layer, new adjustment layer, then place it above the clips you want to affect. Any effects you add to the adjustment layer will affect everything beneath it in the timeline. Key features and uses: apply effects to multiple layers. Instead of adding an effect to each video clip, you can apply it once to the adjustment layer, which is much more efficient. And then global color grading. So apply unified color grade or style across a scene or project by adding a color correction effect like a lumetri color to an adjustment layer. Toggle visibility. You can easily turn the effects on or off by toggling the visibility of the adjustment layer itself. Stacking order matters. The adjustment layer's position in the timeline is crucial. It will only affect layers positioned below it. Okay, and multiple effects. You can add as many effects as you need to a single adjustment layer. You can apply multiple effects also. Transformations. You can apply transform effects like scaling or rotation to the adjustment layer itself, right? Let us check one by one. Okay, this is my new composition, right? And the default size I'm taking with the 920 and height suppose 1080, right? Say okay. So I'll get a reference video. Suppose these are my two reference videos. These are, right? Suppose drag and drop here. This is my one video. Scale this one up to here. This is nice. And another one, and drag and drop. So this also you can increase the size, the scaleness. This is nice. Okay, here see we have two video layers. It has all the properties, the position, scale and rotations as usually, right? You can rotate and you can position, but when you apply the any effect, suppose if I want to apply any effect to the video, I'm using effect menu there, can apply for suppose I'm using some color correction effects, right? Yeah, suppose I'm using color hue saturation, right? I'm using hue saturations and turn this, suppose click on that. Suppose here, see this, it is applying to that particular layer, right? So this is the layer and visibility of this one. And suppose I want to apply the same effect for this layer. Okay, it is not applied to the below layer, it is applying only to that layer. And also you can see the adjustments is applying only on that. Okay, and suppose I want to affect one more effect like levels, I'm going to apply. Here see, I'm applying the levels. So all the levels I am applying here, but it is applying only to that selected layer. It is not applying to this layer because this layer, the top layer only is selected. Suppose if you want to apply this below layer, okay, the below layer, you have to select that layer and go to effects, and suppose I choose the color correction and suppose hue saturation, you can apply to that layer. So what we are understanding here, if you want to apply any effect, you have to select that particular layer and apply that effect, right? Suppose here and there, but I want to apply the same effect for the many layers, okay, not one layer, to other layers also. Okay, so here we use that adjustment layer, right? So I'll use Control Z, come back to normal, and here also I'll do the same. Right, I'll remove all the effects and all. Okay, these are my actual the videos, both the videos, right? Here what I'll do, suppose this top layer, this is my top layer, okay, I'm changing this position. Suppose here this below this one, here I'm placing, make it more, yeah, here, okay, this is right, the two layers here. From selecting adjustment layer, how to do that? Right click and here a new and choose the adjustment layer. Okay, so this is the adjustment layer. Adjustment layer has the same properties, that anchor, position, scale, rotation and opacity, right? So here what I'll do, adjustment layer look like a transparent film, look like, right? See through, we can add the effects to the below layers. It should be there only, right? Not the below of the layer. If you keep this layer here, it won't apply the effects to the above layers, right? It should be on the top only. Okay, so let us apply adjustment layer. Suppose come to effects here. So you can use any effects. For timing, I'm using this the color correction. Yeah, choose this one, the hue saturations, right? And suppose here I'm applying this saturations. What it is doing, it is applying for the both the layers, and for this video and this video. So we see the visibility of the adjustment layer. Now see, these are the original, right? And here it is. So that means what? It is acting as a transparent layer, and the effect what we are applying here, that effect is applying to these below layers. It should be there only. Suppose if I change this to here, see, so that means what? Below this adjustment layer, this video is there, right? So that means what? Through the adjustment layer, that effect is applying to that bottom layer, not this top layer. So if you want to apply the same effect to all the layers, keep this adjustment layer on top only. Okay, so then now what I'm doing here, suppose I want to apply the mask here. This is my mask. Okay, this is my mask. So that means what? It is applying to that layer. Now see, it is the visibility of that one because it is added to mask. Okay, so any effects you can apply to that, and I'm using Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Yes. Yes. Now here, what I'll do, over on this, I'm going to apply the new layer, and I'm applying a solid layer, right? So these layers you can get from the layer and a new and solid layer, or you can use the adjustment layer, right? Adjustment layer. Here I'm using a solid layer, Control plus Y. Okay, so if you want, you can change this. Otherwise, you keep this as it is also, and change the color here. I'm using this red color and say OK. Now this is my a solid layer. Okay, so because the solid layer is over on the adjustment layer, because of the solid layer, the other layers are not visible. What will happen if I drag this solid layer below the adjustment layer? Now see, now see the now use the opacity. If you want, you can see the opacity. Okay, drag this and keep this at the bottom. It is not giving any effect. Okay, suppose keep this over on the adjustment layer, or drag this adjustment layer below to this. Now it is giving the solidness. Okay, and applying to the color to this adjustment layer. See, to this red layer. Okay, because I'm using the hue saturation to the solid layer, right? And move this to above the solid layer. Now it is affecting to that layer. See, Now see, so that means what? It is affecting all the effects through adjustment layer, right? This is your normal red solid layer, and over on that we kept the adjustment layer. Okay, so because of the adjustment layer, so this is affecting to the bottom layer. So for timing of the red solid layer, so as many as, suppose here over on this, create any box, suppose this is okay. So this is my mask. Now I'll move this anywhere on the composition panel. So this is affecting see-through adjustment layer. So adjustment layer is more powerful when you want to use effects, particularly for the any effect to the all layers, that will affect so below the all layers. So that is all about this adjustment layer.